Have you ever lived without heat in the winter? Braun as he's even had to live out of his mother's car. LeBron didn't have sleepovers just for fun. He slept on friends' couches to survive. Now he's an NBA superstar and one of the richest athletes of all time. Here's LeBron's rags to riches story and our review of financial moves that took him from broke to a billionaire. LeBron James spent half of his childhood without a permanent home. His mother, Gloria, had him when she was 16, and by the time LeBron was 3, his grandmother had passed away without heat in their old deteriorating house. Gloria was forced to move around for LeBron to survive cold Ohio winters. They would stay with relatives or friends for a few weeks, with LeBron often sleeping on beat, fold couches out of 160 school days in the 4th grade. LeBron was absent for 82. Then one day, thankfully, LeBron found his guardian angel. That angel's name was Frank Walker Sr., whose son, Frank Jr., played Pee-wee football with LeBron. Finding out about his horrible living conditions, Walker offered Gloria that LeBron could live with his family until she finds a stable job and gets on her feet. It was one of the toughest decisions of Gloria's life, but she accepted, and the 9-year-old LeBron became the newest member of the Walker family. Finally, for the first time in his life, LeBron found stability. He had perfect attendance in 5th grade with a B+ grade average. Around that time, he also started playing AAU basketball and soon fell in love with the sport. In 6th grade, Gloria found a stable job and an apartment, and LeBron moved back with his mom. Throughout all hardships, he continued to develop his basketball skills, and in 8th grade he was already dunking as a high school freshman. Braun was already so good that he led his St. Vincent St. Mary High School to an undefeated season and a state title as a sophomore. James averaged 25.2 points and 7.2 rebounds with 5.8 assists and 3.8 steals per game, and St. Vincent St. Mary won another state championship. And before his junior season, LeBron appeared on the cover of Slam and Sports Illustrated, which made him the most popular high school basketball player of all time. Life was good. Gloria and LeBron weren't homeless anymore, but they certainly weren't rich. However, there was a feeling that it was soon going to change. So when LeBron was a senior, Gloria gifted him a $50,000 Hummer H2, which stirred national controversy. LeBron and Gloria were on public assistance at the time, living in a modest 2-bedroom apartment on Akron's tough West Side. There was no way they could afford such a luxury vehicle, but LeBron was months away from becoming the #1 pick in the NBA draft, and it was the safest bet in the world to loan him. And his mother, the car Braun, hadn't even been drafted yet, and was already hanging out with pro athletes and rappers. He was driving an expensive car. Generally, he was still pretty broke, which makes this next financial move completely bonkers and shows how crazy intelligent he is. When James was still playing for St. Vincent St. Mary, Reebok offered him $10 million. All he had to do was choose to sign with them and not accept any beatings with Nike and Adidas. At the time, LeBron was an 18-year-old kid who had been homeless half his life, and he was now holding a $10 million check, while 99 people in the same situation would jump at that kind of money. LeBron turned it down. He realized that other shoe executives would also be desperate for him to wear their brand's logos, so he waited for a better offer. On the very next day, he was sitting in a high school classroom, broke as ever, knowing that if he got injured in practice, he might never see this kind of money again. But he bet on himself, and this proved to be the first out of many smart financial decisions to come after months of pitches, whining and dining. Reebok eventually offered James $15 million to sign with them. However, in late May of 2003, LeBron decided to sign with Nike, autographing a 7-year, $87 million contract. James chose the swoosh brand because he believed it would be a better long-term fit, despite a Reebok offering $28 million more. If he had accepted the initial $10 million offer, Reebok would have probably signed him for a much lower price, but because he rejected them, shoe companies were forced to bid against themselves and up the ante, and ultimately James signed the biggest shoe deal in history for a rookie. In fact, LeBron wasn't even a rookie when he signed the shoe deal. He wasn't even drafted yet. The 2003 NBA draft happened 1 month later. where LeBron, as expected, was selected #1 overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers. His first NBA contract was for $18 million over 4 years, which means that LeBron signed 2 deals with more than $100 million before he even played one. Minute of NBA basketball. Of course, King James proved that the hype was real, and that investing money in LeBron was a smart call. In 2004, he became Rookie of the Year, and in 2005, he was already an All-Star and named to the All-NBA second team with that kind of success riding the initial hype. The 2003 NBA draft happened 1 month later, where LeBron, as expected, was selected #1 overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers. His first NBA contract was for $18 million over 4 years, which means that LeBron signed 2 deals with more than $100 million before he even played one. Minute of NBA basketball. Of course, King James proved that the hype was real, and that investing money in LeBron was a smart call. In 2004, he became Rookie of the Year, and in 2005 he was already an All-Star and named to the All-NBA second team with that kind of success riding the initial hype. And that is how the GOAT LeBron James went from being homeless to playing in the NBA. And not just playing in the NBA, being one of the greatest players. That is it for subscribe video. Hope you liked it. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you in the next video.